You've heard this before. It's not where you start, but where you finish in sports. Such is the case of Vonta Leach, a burgeoning linebacker out of Chapel Hill, North Carolina, who became a fullback in college at East Carolina University. He came to Green Bay with little fanfare as an undrafted free agent in 2004. Those players, especially ones that play fullback, have to find the right coach and system to make it in the NFL. Needless to say, Mike Sherman's offense had a place for Vonta Leach.
I really think they do. You have to find the right fit. Not only that, you have to be able to play special teams. You have to be able to, go in there and do whatever the team needs you to do to win. These days, a lot of teams don't carry fullbacks, but if you see the teams that's going to play in January, late February, they're going to have a fullback on the roster, and they're used pretty often.
Isn't that the truth? I mean, we've seen all this spread offense and all this other stuff, and what the New England Patriots are doing is running between the tackles with a fullback in their backfield. That was right up your alley, right?
Yeah, that was right up my alley, so yes.
You know, when you talk special teams, your experience as a linebacker, a high school linebacker, and then in college, that has to come in handy for you.
Yes, that came real handy, I was able to, come in here, and that's why I made my name first, was on the special teams. That's actually how I made the roster. I got promoted from the practice squad. I started on the practice squad here with special teams. You run down there, make a tackle, do punt return, punt, whatever they needed me to do. So that's how I made my first name in NFL and made my way.
Your mentors, one of them I wanted you to talk a little bit about is Edgar Bennett. Edgar Bennett was a running back here. He was a great running backs coach. He was a great coach at whatever position he ran. But talk a little bit about him. What kind of an influence did he have on you?
Well, he had a great influence on me. Edgar, I used to have to meet with him at 7 o'clock in the morning. The team meeting don't start at 8. I used to have to meet with him at 7 o'clock in the morning, go over plays, go over defense. He really just taught me the fullback position of what to do, what to look for. I'm coming here. I really didn't have I had a coach, but nobody taught me how to be a fullback. Edgar was the one that took me up under his wing and showed me everything what to do.
William Henderson. Talk a little bit about him and his impact on you.
William Henderson, all around great guy, He was great on the field, even better off the field, with how he handled himself, a consummate pro, what he did, what he said. I'll tell you a story. One day we was in camp. I had a bad day, I had a bad day, didn't know I was going to make it or not. I caught a ride with Henderson over there to the hotel. I said, "Can I catch a ride?" Yeah, he said, "Man, I was just feeling down." He said some words to me one day that stuck with me. He said, "Hey, man, you're going to make it in this league. You'll be all right. If anybody take my position, I want to be a guy like you." This guy was really, on his way out the door, and I was the guy that wanted to come take his job, and he'd had enough confidence and stuff for me just to talk to me. That's just kind of speak the kind of person William Henderson was.
Is it like that on most teams you've been with, or is that something that's unusual?
Well, it's according to the person. It's not necessarily what the team is according to what the person, You got in this league, you got to reach one, you got to teach one. Somebody taught me, William taught me, so I teach the next person. You just want to pass it on.
Leach played 3 years in Green Bay, but after Mike McCarthy took over as head coach, the Packers changed philosophy in the offensive backfield at fullback. Vonta bounced around the league, contributing to several spots along the way.
Mike Sherman got fired. Mike McCarthy came in. He didn't think I would be able to. He wasn't used to a big fullback, a big 260-pound fullback. He was used to the guys probably 230. He really didn't think, that I can adjust and do all the stuff in the zone scheme that you're supposed to do. But I did it. I actually graded out 93%. When they cut me, I played against Chicago. Me and Armand Green, we were the highest scorers on offense. I never forget that day. I graded out 93%. Armand graded out 92%. Mike McCarthy stood up in front of the whole team, said the only positive we had on offense was Vonta and Armand. That's it. We went down to Chicago. Chicago beat us. I knocked Hillemar out on the ISO. It was everything. I was home on my couch on a Tuesday on a day off. I get a call from the office. They say they cut me, and I was devastated. They cut me to bring Corey Robinson in. So this is how the league and stuff work. They cut me to bring Corey Robinson in. The Saints have 2 fullbacks that get hurt during the same game. Wednesday morning, I'm on my way to New Orleans. New Orleans signed me once I didn't even clear waivers. New Orleans picked me. I'm playing with New Orleans. We come here on that Sunday. New Orleans is playing Green Bay. So that's how just stuff works. And I stayed down there about 2 or 3 weeks, and then they cut me once their fullback got back healthy, But, guys stuff works in mysterious ways. Mike Sherman was the coach at Green Bay, was offensive coordinator. He had me here, and he got me to Houston. Like I said, did the rest of history there.
Yeah, and eventually you end up in Baltimore.
Yes.
And you found a place in John Harbaugh's offense, right? With Joe Flacco, and went on that Super Bowl run. To Super Bowl 47, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep. Yes, sir.
That team, again, you kind of as a fullback had to find your way. You have to find the right offense and the coach who believes in you, right?
Yeah, you have to find the right offense. Like I said, not every team uses a fullback. You have to find the right offense, offense that need a tone setter. You go in there, you set the tone for the offense. No nonsense. You go in there, you the protector. So you got to find somebody that fits you.
Leach played 12 seasons in the NFL. He owns the distinction of catching Aaron Rodgers' first NFL pass. He became a 3-time Pro Bowler and played on the Ravens' Super Bowl 47 championship team. Suffice to say, Vonta Leach found his way in the NFL.
Well, I see myself in my career, as a guy that, that came in undrafted, and made my way, found my way, and made my way. Undrafted guy that played 10 years, Super Bowl, All Pros, and I'm just one of those guys that fell between the cracks and made it.
You got to be proud.
Very proud.